Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 GMO suggested combinations run, where I'm taking combos suggested by you, the viewer, and trying to beat Danger 5 with it. Today we're trying to maximize regeneration with a combo I've seen suggested a lot, the Bull and the Doctor. Bull gets a lot of starting regeneration, and the Doctor doubles all regeneration that you receive, and so together these characters get a lot of healing. Now for some reason the mod won't let you select these two characters together manually, so I had to select Bull and then random until I got Doctor with it, so it's possible that we'll experience some bugs as a result of that, but we're going to give it a shot and see if this works. So currently it's looking like we've got all the functions of both of these characters. So I'm not at the moment certain why the game wouldn't let me select both of them on purpose, but I did have to, so I just had to pick it in random. You can choose the combos that the mod won't normally let you select just by using by selecting one of the classes and then randoming until you get the others, because all it does is disable the buttons. It doesn't actually stop the random button from getting them. So let's just take a quick look at our stats here. So we've got additional HP, 30 HP regeneration, and that regenerates 2 every second. So I'm going to try to get this to the point where we're making, I don't know, let's try for a modest goal of 50 HP a second by the end of the game. I think that would be fun. Do I take the HP or do I roll for harvesting here? Because, or take the regen or roll for harvesting here. Because obviously we need a lot of regeneration if we're going to hit our 50 per second goal, but let's roll for harvesting regardless, because starting with harvesting and getting that growth going will be pretty good. Unfortunately, I missed twice. I could take 1 range damage, which will help my damage with the Bull. I could also take half an armor. Doctor reduces our armor gains by 50%, so armor will be pretty important for us to buy. Obviously, it's critical for Bull and works really well with our super high regeneration, but I think I'm just gonna grab some damage here to increase the explosion damage that the Bull does. Now, typically you prefer melee damage over ranged damage or elemental damage for the Bull, because you get twice as much melee damage for the same price, but this is just what we happen to roll into, and I want to make sure we're still one-shotting all the enemies. Lock both of these items, or I guess let's buy the defective steroids. I do want the HP. I do lose some regeneration with Broken Mouth, but let's buy it, and then I will still lock both of these items. I'm going to do one reroll to see if I can hit a good economy item. Claw Tree is fine, but not something that I'm going to lock for this build. So of course we need to walk into enemies as much as we can in order to actually make money. I'm gonna pull all the enemies on top of that tree so we can kill the tree with our explosion. Not gonna be able to get that tree, and I shouldn't have gone for it. It cost me a couple kills, so we probably would have like 57, 58 if I had just gone ahead and killed enemies there. I'm going to take the landmines here, and then again, I would like more harvesting just to try to build that up early, so I'm going to roll a couple times to see if we can get any. One more roll here. So you can see the 2 range damage from the level 2 upgrade and the 2 melee damage are equivalent, but I guess let's just take some more flat damage here. I'll grab both of these. Oh, can't afford both of them, so I'll grab the cake, just boost my max HP, and roll. Plant, of course, is excellent, increasing our regeneration significantly. The Doctor increases our regeneration, or the Bull increases our regeneration mods by 50%, so we're just going to get a ton of extra regen every time we buy some. This character is looking particularly weird right now. I picked up the landmines because they only cost me 5, and I figure they will definitely kill 5 enemies. So they'll pay for themselves pretty quickly. It's also an item we don't yet have if we pick up Fairy, which of course we're hoping to find. Here, I do want the regen, but this 8 harvesting gets us to 21, so it'll start growing by 2 per wave, which is awesome. Blood Leech I'm going to pass on. I will take the helmet for half an armor, and then I will roll. I'll take the tree. Toxic Sludge is fine. Lens, I don't think I'm going to buy, because this is 2 damage, this is 1 damage. They cost the same. So I will buy that just for a little more flat damage, and then Propeller Hat is great. Charcoal is one of those items that's pretty good for this character because it gives you 2 damage types, so we get 3 damage out of it. Notice that the Toxic Sludge is only 2, but neither of these are that exciting. We've already got a lot of flat damage, so I'm actually just going to pass on those and hope for regen, economy, or especially right now I need movement speed because I decreased my movement speed with that helmet. And this character wants movement speed very badly. Of course, since you have to actually walk into enemies to deal damage to them. Trying to hit these groups as much as I can. Walk to intercept that shot so we would kill the tree. Lumberjack shirt, I'll take it. It's not that important because we're going to kill trees anyways, but we could use, like, the landmines that we've got already, or Pocket Factory, stuff like that, to help us kill trees without having to actually have an enemy hit us, which would be very useful. Here, I'm going to reroll. I think we can do better than this, and I'm going to start taking regeneration, because I need to take that if we're going to reach our goals. I'll take the harvesting here, though, and then Alien Eyes, Alien Worm, both very interesting for this build. Alien Eyes is a way to hit enemies not in melee, so that's pretty nice. Let's start with the Propeller Hat, and then I think I will take the Alien Worm. While consumable healing is good for us, of course, HP and regeneration are what we're looking for, because our goal is to try to hit as much regeneration as we possibly can. And then I will take the Alien Eyes. I think that will help us farm. Incendiary Turret I am, I think, interested in, because this can help with wave clear and killing trees. No, I don't think it's worth locking, but I will buy both of these items. Really looking for move speed right now. That's the thing we want the most. Though, of course, we could handle all the items that are normally excellent for bull are incredible for us. And more economy items, things like fertilizers or bags, would be really good. But other than self-damage, like blood donation or explosion size, we're mostly looking for move speed. Making pretty weak income at this stage of the game, to be honest. So I could get 1 armor here. I could also take 15 luck just to improve my chance of dropping crates, or I could take 6 damage. We don't really need the melee damage right now, so I'm just going to take the luck. I will take Defective Steroids, Alien Worm, and Lost Duck, and I'm going to roll past Piggy Bank. Gold-plated Teeth is less broken when there's no weapons to buy, but still, I have been banning it for these runs because I just think it is too powerful an item. The economy that it gives you is just ridiculous. But, of course, I will buy the bag, and I will take the Toxic Sludge. I think on wave 5, we will potentially save 9 materials by rolling and locking something, so I'm going to do that. I'll lock the Scar. Propeller Hat, sure. Leather Vest is worth armor and dodge, but actually I don't think we need the Leather Vest here. I do, of course, want armor, but the dodge I'm never going to build on this version of Bull. Normally I like dodge on Bull, but we have a goal in mind, so, you know, we got to be a little disciplined. I'm not that worried about winning the run, obviously, because this is a ridiculously strong combination. So I'm more worried about trying to set us up to hit our 50 per second HP regen goal, which is like 500 regeneration. So that'll be quite difficult to manage. If we don't find Fairy, then we'll obviously never hit that, but Fairy could help. Not going to go for the tree, we just won't be able to kill it in time. Dynamite, of course, excellent, and here I will just take 9 maximum HP. Max HP is good. Let's take some regeneration. Move speed, even though it costs me crit chance, which you do want on Bull, move speed is so important. That's going to increase my income dramatically just by letting me actually hit enemies more often. We'll take the propeller hat. Gentle Alien is excellent. Do I want that or the Scar first? This is a really interesting question. I'm not actually certain which will give us more in the way of benefit. I think the Scar will over the Gentle Alien, but that's one I haven't really seen come up previously, especially like we've already got one Scar, so that makes the second Scar slightly less valuable. So that's an interesting question as to which one will be more valuable in this upcoming wave. I'm letting the slashers spawn because we're not in any danger of dying, of course, and just by walking into them, we can deal enough damage to kill them, I think. Ooh, I definitely want this loot alien, though. We also have a bag already. No, come back. This loot alien really made my life hard there. You can see we actually broke that tree with a landmine or an alienize or something, so we didn't have to run into it. It's pretty nice. Peaceful Bee, I'm going to recycle. Harvesting would be very good, but losing 2 damage is pretty painful. Actually, I'm going to take it here because we don't have one, and I want to build for a fairy, so I think that does make the difference. Hedgehog will give us our damage back, even at the cost of some regeneration, and Dangerous Bunny I will take. Then I'm going to take Move Speed, because we definitely need that, and Regeneration. Improved Tools we don't care about at all, but Gentle Alien and Campfire we'll take. A turret is another good way to break trees. Do I want it for 35? I think that's getting a little bit too greedy, so let's pass on that. Cyberball is a good way to kill enemies at range. But let's buy another Scar and a little muscly dude first, and then I think I will buy the Cyberball when we get a little bit of... We have good luck already. When we get a little bit of percentage damage, that can help us clear the waves more aggressively. I guess when I said 50 regen per second, I wasn't thinking that would require... I wasn't really paying attention to the number. That would require 500 regeneration. So maybe we'll go for, like, 30. I think 300 is a little more realistic. Having a lot of trouble actually hitting these enemies. We would, of course, benefit extremely heavily from a plastic explosive to increase our explosion radius. Tanking a lot of damage here, but as always with this character, it's okay to tank a lot of damage. Anytime I don't take a hit for like 1 second, I'm just back to full health, so it's fine. Medical turret, I will recycle. I just don't think we need this healing, and 22 materials is reasonable for us. And then I'm going to reroll here. I think we can do better. Let me just take max HP, just to make sure that we don't die, and have the damage to kill elites is pretty important to me. I'll take the Cyberball, I will take the Metal, and then I will roll. Coupon is going to be good, and then Little Muscly Dude we will want... Do we want Magic Barrier? So it cost me 5% speed, but then 2 stats I don't care about. Gives me a decent amount of damage and increased elemental damage, or a decent amount of armor if I get elemental damage, and then increased elemental damage. I think this is a Magic Barrier build. Really interested how this one works out. Trying to clear these guys as much as possible. Other than blood donation or bloody hand, the next item that we would be looking for would be Rip and Tear. Would help with explosions that go across the whole map. We'd lose some harvesting, of course, but that would be very good for us. I do actually want to build some armor now, because my regen isn't quite keeping up with incoming damage, just because our armor is much lower than it normally would be for Bull. And that will continue to be true as we level up a little bit. Tanking a lot of hits here, so I'm just going to back off for just a second. heal back up, and then walk through all at once. I'm getting pretty lazy because we have so much regen, but of course, normally on Bull, you want to pull enemies into a pile and group them all up so you hit them all with the same explosion. Gummy Berserker doesn't do anything for us, so we're recycling that, and then I'm going to reroll here. I think we can do better. Take 4 regeneration, and then more luck, more max HP. Actually, I'm going to take 8% damage. We only have 3%, so a little percent damage will go a long way for us. Take more regeneration, because we just have to buy that whenever we see it, more or less. And then let's grab the magic barrier. Now any elemental damage I buy in future is improved. And do I want the bowler hat? It cost me crit chance, but it looks like at this point I'm not getting crit chance to reasonable levels, so we're going to ignore that. Charcoal with the magic barrier, 15% more on that one elemental damage. So yeah, I'll pick that up, and I'll take the metal plate, take my reroll here, another cyber ball to help wave clear, and then an alien worm. I do now want some consumable heal because we're starting to take a lot of extra damage, but with 7 armor we're doing a little better. And then I will take a helmet as well. I also just really like how the magic barrier looks. So we're gonna have to build our move speed back up again a little bit. I guess also, I said I had 3% damage there, but I do have a dynamite, so our percent damage is 15 higher than it looks like on our stat sheet, because the explosion damage is just additive with your global percent damage. So the dynamite just adds 15 to that percentage. Just taking constant hits and hearing click, 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 click. Making sure to break all those trees. We've got quite good luck, and I feel like I am getting a little unlucky on the number of crates that we're getting. Metal detector I will take. That is decent for us. And then diploma. Yeah, I'll take this. We have tons of XP gain already, so the XP gain isn't that important, but 10 engineering's not horrible for us, and our max HP is very high, so I'm not that worried about that. It's a bit late to take harvesting, so let me re-roll here, and do I want just 2 elemental damage plus 15%? To try to build armor. I could also just take 9 max HP. I'm just going to take damage. While I would still take melee damage over that, even with the magic barrier, I do want to build some elemental damage. Here I'll take speed, because we need some of that. Our crit chance is super negative, so Tentacle isn't going to do anything. Normally Tentacle's not bad for Bull, but I'm just never getting my crit chance out of the negatives. I will buy all of these, and then roll. Mushroom and plant, great finds. And another magic barrier, once you start stacking these, they get a lot better too, because they will start increasing my armor quite a lot more, and they also increase my elemental damage more as I pick up more of it. Take plant and mushroom, and then pickup range is not horrible for this character, but Little Frog I think is just a kind of inefficient item in general, so we're going to pass on it. Hunting trophy, again, would be really nice if I could build any crit chance, but I'm not building crit chance. Ugly Tooth, I don't really care about. Scared Sausage could help with our landmines, and we are building a bunch of elemental damage, so this could help with some wave clear a little bit. Do I just want Ugly Tooth just because it's a unique to pull out of the pool? Not really, because my move speed is so weak already. Jeff's Shades gives us a stat that we don't care about, but taking 1 damage per second is actually just good for this build, so we're going to grab the Jeff's Shades. Propeller Hat is good. 8 regeneration would be really nice, but I really don't want to cap my move speed at 6. We definitely need more. I'm taking this just because tanking 1 damage per second is just really good for this character. It'll give us constant explosions, so we'll be able to damage enemies without having to actually tank damage from them. You know, if I walk into an enemy to deal an attack, I'm taking like 12 damage, whereas if I just take 1 damage per second, I get all those attacks at the cost of only 1. So the Scared Sausage isn't doing much right now, but maybe if I get Pocket Factory, it'll be reasonable. I think that was worth speculating 60 materials on. Again, really hoping we find Fairy. That would be the best for us. And try to break this tree, but I don't want to give up too much damage to do it. So I had to wait a little bit. I always like when you get to the point of the game where your explosions are too frequent and the enemies are too healthy, so the game turns off the sound. Silver Bullet will be great, and Finn, this is perfect. While, of course, I don't want to lose luck, my move speed was really suffering, so I want to increase that. Here, I am going to just take 2 elemental damage, and then 20 luck, 1 armor. I'll just take 20 luck. Explosive turret, when we already have some explosion damage increases, is not bad. This can definitely help with wave clear. So I'm actually just going to buy out this whole shop. We lose 5% damage, but the piercing shots on my explosive turret and any other turrets that we might find will help us clear the waves a little better. Lure is regeneration, and of course, gives us loot aliens, which is exactly what we want, so we're going to pick that up. Alloy and metal are both excellent. Tardigrade doesn't do anything because we're tanking damage from the Jeff Shades. 12% damage I don't think is worth it. Helmet I will again buy because armor is really important to this build. You can see now we're getting our explosions. I should play on the opposite side of the arena from that explosive turret. The explosive turret will wave clear for us without me having to intervene. Plastic explosive, still the #1 item that we could find at this point. Chase down that loot alien. We should have 1 more spawning too, because we got a lure. Although it may have died already over there, because there is a box on the ground. Nope, looks like it was here. Thanks to the landmines, the alien eyes, the explosive turret, all of the just kind of incidental damage we're putting around the map, we're breaking trees pretty effectively. I'm gonna go pick up all these materials before the wave ends. Make sure I get the ones in this corner as well. Kill this tree. Ooh, nice, a box. Weird Ghost. We have plenty of regeneration, so we can definitely buy the Weird Ghost. Even with the Jeff Shades, we're with 80 regeneration, and remember it's doubled and everything, we will regen before we die. And then Pocket Factory, I've been talking about how this would be a decent pick for us, so I'll take it. When it comes in a box like this, I'll take the Ugly Tooth, and then, yeah, I guess I'll take the Acid. Actually, my max HP is high enough that I don't think it's that important that I buy it, and we'll get more kind of incidentally. So I'm just going to recycle this for 40. I think I actually care about 40 materials more than I care about max HP. Here we'll take 4 regeneration, 12% speed, back up to... My speed has really ping-ponged all over the place this game. Let's take the Alloy for sure. This gives us a bunch of, like, all of these stats we use for damage, and even the engineering isn't bad. And then I think I will buy the metal and the baby elephant, but not the wandering bot. We will roll here. I guess I can just remove my ability to heal from consumables, because I do want the regeneration, so I'll buy that, I'll buy this, and I'll buy this, and then we will go to the next wave. So there you can see, we, of course, healed back up like 40 hit points before we took our first point of damage. The Pocket Factory is there mostly to help break more trees as trees spawn. So far have not run into any bugs, which I was a little concerned about when the mod wouldn't let me pick this. Usually when this mod won't let you pick 2 combinations, it's because there's a bug in some way that prevents them from working. So I wonder why this was disabled. I don't know if the author of the mod has watched any of these videos, but if you're out there, you know, reach out, because I would love to talk about this stuff. You've done an amazing job with this mod. Oh, can we get it? No, I don't think I got it. I wasn't looking up here. Someone, you know, frame by frame that. Let me know if we killed that loot alien. I'll recycle the chameleon here. I do want to maintain my armor, but 25% damage when we only have like 32%. Remember, 17% plus the 15% explosive damage. This is a huge damage boost, so we're going to grab that. Baby elephant again will help us kill stuff across the map. I could repair my armor here, but I think I'd rather just roll for more important stuff. And yeah, when we have all of the magic barriers, 4 elemental damage is pretty good. I don't hate removing... I don't hate increasing enemy speed. It does make them harder to chase down, but the CRISPR is still kind of a nice item for us. 100% XP gain, I think we've already got... Yeah, we already have 70%, so we're going to gain a lot of levels regardless. This actually is not as many more levels as it looks like, but I think it's still good for us. I will take the bag and the beanie. Blood donation, we already have self-damage, so it's not something that I'm that concerned about. But the 40 harvesting on wave 13 is still going to pay for itself really quickly. So I think I will lock the CRISPR. I will roll here, and then I'm going to do one more roll for 19 to see if we can get something good. And we got 2 good things. Then I'll save 100 to make sure we can buy the CRISPR next round. I wish I'd been able to afford it going into this Horde wave. That would have been better, obviously. The 100% XP gain on the Horde wave would have been much more valuable. But I still think it will be worth it for the last 5 waves. Assuming I can get to 600 materials this wave. Making sure to blow up those hordes as rapidly as I can, but I do need to take a second to heal in between fighting a lot of these enemies. Rip and tear would be so good for us, by the way. I mean, look at how much work it would be doing across the whole map if these explosions were chain reacting into one another. Alright, we made 800 materials. I'll take the book. Cog. Yeah, I think 4 engineering is actually worth 4% damage to us. Engineering is kind of a reasonable sub-theme for this build. Do I just want 2 regeneration? It becomes 3 regeneration. Let's roll. I think I can do better. Roll again. And I guess I'll just take 4.5 regeneration here. Baby with a beard is another way to spread damage all across the map, which it's only 9 damage, but it's not horrible. I think I will pass on it, though. I'll take the toxic sludge, and we don't need the black belt. We have so much XP gain. We are getting 33% damage from enemy move speed, which is kind of fun. Recycling machine, will that pay for itself before the end of the game? I think it will for 100, so I'll buy that, and I will buy the weird food as well. Jetpack, our move speed is actually fine, so I'm not that worried about buying jetpack here. So we are taking 2 damage per second, of course, but we're also regenerating 2 health every, like, 1/8 of a second. So that I'm not too worried about. Taking down these trees as we go. I don't know if you can hear my partner yelling in the other room. Our offices share a wall, and I think something very funny just happened in Final Fantasy. Making, like, no money this wave. I guess I'm not picking any of it up. We don't have any baby geckos, but our harvesting is making up for some of that. Recycling the white flag here. I'm going to recycle the laser turret. While turrets are pretty good, we have a recycling machine now. So I think we're better off just recycling kind of marginal items like that. Let's roll here. I could take
8
melee damage, but honestly, wave clear hasn't been the problem, and I do want to hit our regeneration cap, so let's do that, and then I will take the 4 elemental damage, because that's going to increase my armor, which lets us sustain better. Buy this and this. I don't really need the Scar or the Tyler, so let's roll past it. Strange Book is excellent, of course. Normally, Adrenaline I'd be pretty happy about on the bull, but we're at minus 30% dodge, so we're not going to buy that. Let's roll here. Another blood donation or a wheelbarrow. So blood donation will tick 3 times, or will tick 4 times on 16, 17, 18, 19. So it will technically pay for itself. We also get some harvesting gain and some XP. So I think I will buy the blood donation. My move speed is high enough that I'm going to buy the mutation as well. Do I want energy bracelet? Energy bracelet normally would be okay for this build. I mean, it's a little bit positive for us because we have the magic barriers. So the elemental damage is more valuable and we get more of it than we lose ranged damage. But I think it's honestly a pretty marginal item for us, so I'm going to re-roll it. I will buy the baby elephant and I will lock the panda and then go to the next wave. Oh, I should have got that alien baby. I completely forgot we had the CRISPR. So increasing enemy movement speed is good for us. Or at least I should have thought about it. That's an item I usually ignore completely, but might have been correct to pick up here. I think I passed on an early alien tongue, and I'm kind of regretting that now. Because pickup radius would be very helpful for us. And I know I passed on the little frog, though I'm not regretting that as much, because that's very expensive. There's no way we're getting 300 regeneration by the end of the game. I guess we only need 150, because our regeneration is doubled. And it's not exactly 10 per... or 10 regeneration equals 1 HP per second, but it's close enough for a rule of thumb. Let me check what we're actually at. So we have 102, we're at 18. Yeah, so if I hit like 170 regeneration by the end of the game, which we can do if we find Fairy, that's probably the only way we manage that, then we will hit our goal of 30 per second. I'll take the propeller hat. Boxing glove, I'm going to recycle. We don't yet have the Fairy, and we do have a recycling machine. Let's take 5 regeneration, take 2 elemental damage, and then... Panda, I will buy warrior helmet for 1.5 armor. I think I'm actually just going to roll here. I want to hit that regeneration number. Do I want the injection? It's a level 1 item we don't have. Our percent damage is pretty low. I think I will pick it up. Metal plate, I'm going to pass on. With 2 magic barriers, I actually just want to get... where are those? Did they disappear from the list? Or here we go. 2 magic barriers. I actually just want to get all my armor from... elemental damage rather than, and maybe buy more magic barriers, rather than actually buying armor at this point. Dangerous Bunny, I don't think will quite pay for itself by the end of the game, so I'm going to roll past it. Bloody Hand, I don't really need, because we already are taking damage, and we're not going to build... I guess this is, what, 26% damage? 26% damage isn't horrible. I will definitely take the baby gecko, and I'll definitely take the plant. Do I want to remove, or so 24% damage, but we start taking 3 per second? I think I will buy the Bloody Hand, but it's close. Now I'm going to roll. I don't want the Triangle of Power. We're taking a lot of hits, and Alien Eyes is a good way to kill elites, so I'm going to lock this, because when we go to fight the Wave 18 elite, I actually want more burst damage. Right now, we're going to be a little bit low on single target damage to kill the elite. But the Alien Eyes will help a lot with that. One nice thing about tanking constant damage, too, is that... I guess we're taking 4 per second. No, that's 4 when I get hit by an enemy. No, it's 4 per second. Right, I have 2 blood donations. One nice thing about... tanking constant damage on the bull is that you no longer need an enemy to help you kill trees. You can just stand near them for yourself, which saves you a lot of time, actually. That's one of the real pain points playing bull, You wouldn't think it would make a big difference, but it actually really does. Having to wait for enemies to come to you to break trees really slows down your wave clear, especially in the early game, when there's not that many enemies on the field. Here, I'm going to reroll, but I will just take 4 elemental damage, and then 5 regeneration. Alright, we're getting there. Mastery is okay for Bull, but not one that I'm super excited about. I'm going to roll here. Let's pick up another baby gecko, because I do still want to pull in materials, and a campfire gives us 2 stats we want, and then roll again. Spicy sauce is going to be pretty good for just extra damage. We generate a lot of consumables, and have explosion damage and stuff. And then I'm going to roll again. And there's the fairy, so that's going to be a lot of regeneration, plus 24 regeneration. That will help us hit our goal much sooner. Do I want the pencil? I guess it's another regen from the fairy, and the engineering isn't horrible, so let's buy that. Alright, so now I just get next to this guy and explode. If I stand in it too, when the alien eyes spawns, we do massive burst damage with our alien eyes, because all of them will hit it. So that's how you kill the elites very quickly. Still haven't found a plastic explosive, which I would have loved to see on this run. I do like that this magic barrier, these magic barrier picks have worked out so well. Like, this has been an awesome magic barrier run. Which is an item that, to me, is just conceptually very cool, so I'm glad to see it actually doing interesting stuff. Our explosive turret actually killed the loot alien there, which I wasn't really expecting to happen for our engineering, for our constructs to be doing that much work. Oh, can we get that one? No, I wasn't fast enough to see it. Exoskeleton does cost me regen, but I think those stats are good enough to pick it up anyways. And then here, take 4 elemental damage. Reroll. Reroll again. Let's take 20 more luck. Enemy move speed and our move speed, that's pretty nice. But let's pick up the fairy, and we're up to 156, so we're at 27.96. So I'm pretty sure we can hit 30 by the end of the game. Tree we already have, right? But fertilizer, we get some more. Take out, that's just good for us, and then I will roll again. Turret, we don't have a turret yet, I don't believe, so that's another unique for us for some more regeneration. 28.49. Beanie, I've already got one. I'm pretty sure, yes, we do already have a beanie. Practical research is not great for us. We don't have that many actual constructs, just ones that spawn over the course of the game. But power generator, that'll be a lot of damage, and I will buy the beanie just because move speed is good for us. And I will roll here, looking for unique level 1 items or things that give us regeneration. We're going to kind of hard roll for regeneration here. But I do still want the power generator so we can actually kill the bosses. If we could find a med kit that, or regeneration potion that double our regeneration even further, that would be pretty awesome. But the fairy was a huge pickup for us, and that's going to get us to our goal, I think. Getting 300 or 30 health per second by the end of wave 20 is pretty ridiculous. Made 1,000 materials here. The coupon, will this save me 39 materials? I think it actually will. I guess 5% of... Yeah, because 5% of 1,000 is 50, so we'll be saving 50 materials as we roll on that. And then baby gecko, I will recycle. And then I'm going to roll here for regeneration. Roll for regeneration. I missed. Do I want to roll again for 46? I don't think so. I'll just take the 2 armor And then, yep, 3 regeneration we will take. Do we have a boiling water yet? We don't, so let's buy that. And now we are at 29.56. I've already got a weird ghost. Can I afford to buy this power generator? Or will that cost me the potential to hit my goal? I think we can afford to buy it, but I'm going to feel dumb if we miss just barely. All right, so here's 3 items that I don't have yet. These are all worth 1 regeneration. The lens gets us to 166, the alien tongue to 168, and the goat skull to 169. And then we're at 30.27 HP per second. And of course, the perfect number of regeneration. So everything coming up Millhouse here. And we're going to pick up the alloy to increase our base damage and armor before the end of the game. Roll again. And nothing fun here. I mean, we'd buy like the metal and stuff. We'll roll again and go to wave 20. Try to stack up these enemies and stand on them. And then with 30 health per second, if we ever start getting low, we just back off very slightly. The boss is actually being very obliging about stacking up for us. And there we go. That was the Bull and Doctor. Really enjoyed that run. So in order to play it, you have to select one of them. I selected Bull and then hit the random button over and over again until you roll into Bull and Doctor. It actually only took me 10 tries. I was expecting to be there for like 20 minutes re-rolling, but I got lucky and got it very early. And it turns out this combo doesn't seem bugged, so and is super fun. Obviously very powerful, but the amount of regeneration that we were able to get was pretty ridiculous and made it all worth it. So highly recommended if you're looking for a fun run yourselves. Here we've got 675 from the bags. Trees, of course, were great. All the XP gain got us up to level 33, so about 13 levels higher than most characters reach. The coupons were worth it. Did the recycling machine pay for itself? I'm curious about that. Yeah, but barely, so it probably wasn't an incredible purchase, because, of course, the later materials are worth less. The Bloody Hand was just worth a decent amount of percent damage. Even at 20% damage, that was still probably worth it. We ended up with 150% damage from our explosion damage and percent damage. And then, actually, how'd the Scared Sausage do? I'm curious about that as well. Only 3,000, so the Scared Sausage was horrible, which I'm surprised by, because look how much damage it does to everything that burns. I guess we just have so much engineering that we're actually killing things before the Scared Sausage damage can tick. Like, our explosive turret is just killing them rather than applying the fire, especially in combination with the sharp bullet. Other than that, I don't think we had any major economy items. So that's the run. As always, my friends, hope you enjoyed this one, and of course, feel free to leave a comment and like the video. Those things do help me out a ton, so I do appreciate you taking the time to do that. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game content, and do let me know if there's a cool combo that you want to see me run with the GMO mod in the future. Cheers, my friends. I'll catch you next time.